sprawdź si papíry na inspekci.
Don't make a scene,
Co je za
Adam.
problém?
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
Nezastavuj se!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified Augs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we could do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. It didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this... True power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to...
Then help me find them.
Hand over your papers. Just watch yourself, Clank.
I can't believe you're doing that!
You brought this on yourself. Make this any harder than it has to be.
I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
The neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip, custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus, leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the NSN's motherboard.
Alex, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarek.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but... Adam! Thanks for calling me back, son.
Seraph.
I heard about the bombing in Prague. It's all over the news. Did anyone you know get hurt?
You know me. I tend to keep to myself. I'm surprised you even know I'm here.
Interpol called me when you applied for the job, part of their extensive background check. I gave you a glowing recommendation.
Thanks. What do you want?
What do I want? Jeez, Adam. I know I did some questionable things in the past, but a lot's happened in the last 2 years. To both of us.
That's true. For what it's worth, I'm glad you made it out of Panchaea.
Thank you. It wasn't easy, as I'm sure you know. I was at death's door by the time the rescue crews pulled me out of the wreckage, and while the doctors were stitching me back together, my company fell apart. Wasn't anything I could do to stop it, not from a hospital bed.
I heard Tai Young Medical bought everything up.
They're the only biotech corporation that could, after the incident. Our patents, our tech, everything. Oh well, sometimes one dream has to die so another can rise from its ashes.
You heard anything from Megan?
After all we went through, I thought she'd stand by me. Still, you know, she always wanted to be at the cutting edge. She didn't see a future for herself in Detroit, so she went to VersaLife.
She moved to Hong Kong?
San Francisco. They've got an offshore research facility there named Rokuseka Beach. I'm sure you've seen it in the news.
California, huh? I wonder if she's told her mother.
You want my advice, son? Write her out of your life. Because I'm damn sure she's written us out of hers.
You talked to Pritchard lately?
Frank! Out of all of us, I think he's the one who's changed the least.
He'd probably tell you there wasn't anything about him that needed changing.
I'm sure he would. But when the world transforms itself the way ours has, people need to adapt or get left behind. Frank's freelance now, but he's still in computer security, still in Detroit. I don't know if he'll ever leave.
Your message said you were going to London. Casual trip? Or is this tied to the new dream?
I'm, meeting with the Santo Group, Nathaniel Brown and his investors.
Santo? They built the Udalek complex, the Og Ghetto, here in Prague. Why are you meeting with them?
Brown's got big plans. He wants to focus on real solutions, ideas that look to the future. You've heard of the Safe Harbor Initiative?
I've heard of Rabia, the walled city he and his company are building in the desert for Augs.
Rabia's just a part of it. We're talking about self-sustaining, energy-efficient arcologies that can be replicated anywhere on Earth. Cities built by the augmented, for the augmented.
Where the dream of self-controlled human evolution lives on.
It may not seem like it right now, son, but one day, people will move on from the incident. And when that happens, we'll be ready for it. I'm glad we caught up, Adam. I've always tried to look out for you, you know. That bombing yesterday.
You didn't call to talk about the bombing. Just ask.
It's nothing, really. I just need a signature so I can finish filing the bankruptcy paperwork.
You need my signature?
Yeah, apparently there was some kind of bureaucratic mix-up caused by you being declared legally dead for a year. The apartment in Detroit was leased in your name even though we paid for it.
Fine. Send me the paperwork.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it, really.
Goodbye, Seraph.
As you wish. I'll keep you safe. As you wish. But remember, homeowner, this poses a substantial security risk.
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So,
Trace
unless you
program
want
initiated.
bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
Access granted.
I pray that the mother will change her mind. Seeker, you are here to see the builder? He has been asleep, but I cannot wake him. I do not know if he will recover. Some of us remember, builder. Some of us remember, builder. The singularity is near, Sever. We must hang on. Do not give up hope. We will all find our way. He gave us the means for our salvation. Do not be alive. I pray that the mother will change her mind. There is always a person. Do not despair. There is always a person. Do not despair.
Power to the people.
Just lose his daughter not so long ago?
Yes, Christelle. A nice girl.
My God.
The police treat all augmented people.
What exactly does it mean?
The machine gun is us. And we are the machine gun. Some of all of us. Best.
This area is restricted to you, Og.
Out.
Your kind is not tolerant.
It's okay. I'm serious. I saw him last night out behind the restaurant. He had a melody.
You! Stop right there! Yeah, you! Down on your knees!
Okay. I always thought they were like this. Hang around the air. No, this church isn't like that at all. At least from what I've heard. Kind of freaks me out. It all seems a little too doomsday clothing.
I was talking about some serious shit. So, let's keep going. First of all, let me get this out of the way when talking about the Og incident. I've always hated that type of incident. Incident? Steve using the head after eating 3 burritos and forgetting to light a match. That's an incident. What happened that fateful day in 2027?
Ooh, you feel that?
What?
It's in the air. I can almost feel it. There's a static charge.
Spolupráce s příslušníky státní policie je povinná. Pro svou vlastní bezpečnost dbejte jejich pokynů.
I was lost like you, friend. In the face of persecution and hatred, I broke. I hated myself.
Just take it easy. Everything will be fine. Everything will be just fine.
You don't believe that any more than I do. They will make an example. You see, this has been planned since the incident.
Manipulated. I don't know exactly, but someone saw him. In the sewer. At the Mercy example.
Please, don't tell anyone. Viznik's not supposed to be here. Shh! But I am here.
I'll take your word for it.
I was part of it. The hive mind. Inside the gate, I questioned what holds us together. Where? Why? Now this. Exiled from exile. I have been disconnected.
Disconnected? Disconnected from what? I don't understand what you're saying.
If there is a lack of understanding between my brains, may not always misfire like these. He did this to me. It's what it does. But I can't force you, because I'm not like him.
Not like who? Who forced you?
Together, they succumbanize to him. Him, the opportunist, the savior, the rat. When I resisted, I saw. It made him fear me.
Who are you talking about? Who are the people inside the gate?
They are the outcasts, the illegals, the weak and the frightened. We found solace in him, something worth defending. But it was not a choice.
If it wasn't a choice, then what was it?
The Pied Piper was a rat. His instrument was invasive. The others cannot hear it, but I can. The signal. I was too close, and now I'm too far. But you will see through him.
Let me see if I got this straight. The Pied Piper led you down here, and the Pied Piper is a rat.
Exactly. I'm glad we understand each other. Okay. Just remember, you'll only be able to confront him if he knows that you know that he knows. So, obviously, you'll need the name. The name. I'm not supposed to give it away, but I must. And then you must. Yes?
You're asking me to go beyond that gate, to confront someone who's harmed you, who may be harming others. I'm willing to do that, but I need to know more about what's happening.
He casts them close. He brings them away. You must find out how to uncotangle him from the others, to resist the mentality. They need to be eased out. Figure out what holds them all together. Because it's not his personality. When you finally see Richard for who he really is, you realize it cannot possibly be that.
Richard, huh? All right. Let's go see what I've agreed to.
The Pied Piper is a rat. A rat! Viznik could use some help.
Stranger, he should not be.
Outsider, he's not one of us.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us.
He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to us.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
An experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
Your own little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... The man outside.
I know what it's like outside. Trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror. Between resolutions and registry codes. The canned laughter. The scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here, bracketing out the terrorists. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
Visnick said I had to see through you, your attempts at manipulation, to see you for what you...
Some part of you abhors violence. Some part of everyone does. See, I know you better than you know yourself. I know you don't want to hurt anyone.
I may not know exactly what's going on here, but I do know that an honest man wouldn't need to hide behind a screen.
I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to be the best version of yourself.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? Like Visnick?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
I think you're the one who's harming these people.
As you can see, I'm not harming anyone. I know you believe me.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear. Marius. Oh, Marius. I want you to listen carefully to my voice. Listen to me. Even when you can no longer hear me, I want you to keep listening. Can you all feel it? We are becoming someone else, not through fear, not through technology, not through long-drawn trials and errors of evolution. We are doing it through sheer force of will.
The original 6 belongs to Richard's voice. Be listening.
You are not your permit classification either. You are not your outdated documents. You are one of us now. We are the... Get away from there. I may not be able to keep you from sniffing around, but I can keep you from doing harm. Remember, you abhor the violence. longer hear me. I want you to keep listening. The skeptic. All he sees is... You don't belong here. You need to leave.
Those accusations were false. When I arrived in Prague,
there was a terrorist bombing at a local church.
But ARC had nothing to do with it. We are
a non-violent organization. Yes, you said that. That was 6 months ago. Earlier today, a train station fell victim to a bombing. The third to hit Prague in recent months. Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events. Our top stories. And now for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the AUG incident is still being felt 2 years after the fact. The fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-authentic citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S. government is not doing enough to protect them from AUG. In China, regardless of authentic status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution, the Juggernaut Collective have crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Yes, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
construction, technology, quality, excellence. Santo, restoring the past and building the future.
No doubt many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you last week, in which a suicide gunman Today, I'm here to bring free from persecution augmented terror attack. 251 passengers. Always watching, because you are always watching. I know I am not the only one wondering what the Augmented Rights Coalition hopes to achieve, following news of yesterday's devastating attack in Prague. So let's hear from Dr. Talis Rucker, ARC's charmingly eloquent leader himself.
But the non-augmented peoples of the world have failed us. The incident was a tragedy for all.
But it wasn't all humankind.
The loss of life was fear of the augmented returned.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. The others are free of him now, just like you are.
I'm not a model of separation. I questioned him, and then I'm not one of them anymore. But I'm not one of them.
You were right to question him. The fact that you were able to at all when others couldn't says a lot about your strength of character.
I became I again. Temporary signal failure led them to perceive me as a threat. I started thinking differently. I realized how there's two eyes in Wisnik. That's when I figured it all out.
It's a good thing you did. God knows how far this might have gone if Richard had been left unchecked. How many others might have come and been persuaded to stay.
We came to him because we didn't fit the so social schematic, hounded by laws, hated by revolutions. He offered a way out, but there is no way out. Exile from exile is exile.
You're out now, Wisnik. There should be nothing more drawing you to this place, to him. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want.
I am alone. I want to be
I like it down here. If you don't, then you can just fuck off.
License, permit, voucher, document of authority, temporary pass, travel coupon, and/or certificate of authenticity.
Good old days, we'd just ask for ID.
Good old days are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level. You are some kind of badass?
Just someone with a job to do.
And the tools to do it, obviously. Go on through. Yes?
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay, I understand. Times are tough. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'll have a beer.
Here you go. Anything else?
I'm good for now.
As you wish.
Moment, nemáte pomoct.
Street is off limits, Oyobok. Private function. All businesses are temporarily closed.
Start throwing shit out the window.
You think he's read all these books, or he just used them up and looks
I'll get back from here. I am convinced he's not here.
What if he isn't even here?
You need not to start telling you exactly where to look. He will never get it. No more excuses. Find him.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Any sign of an intruder?
Jensen! Thank God! I'm down in the dungeon, man. You remember the title of my super secret book, right?
I remember it's red.
Jensen, my favorite techno wonder kind. Sorry about the goons, man. They didn't give you too much trouble, did they?
Nothing I couldn't handle. What do they want? You behind on your protection money?
I don't think it's about money. I got this little misunderstanding with their boss, Otar. You know how it is with these gangster types.
Enough to know that there's no such thing as a little misunderstanding.
Diwali internal politics. I'm gonna get it sorted. Gonna see the big boss myself. As soon as things settle down. The day after a bombing, man, it's... Well, I mean, it's scary, right? I'm surprised people go out at all.
Sometimes people don't have a choice. My systems took a hit. I was hoping you could help me get everything running again.
Took a hit? You mean... Oh, shit! Why didn't you say so? We need to get you in the chair. The chair. You know I've always wanted to get a closer look at those Sarif Ogs of yours. A real close look. So let's strap you in, get the gas going, and then, well, then I just need to sort of dive in. Feel my way around.
All right. Let's just get this over with.
Relax, Jensen. It's gonna... These are your implants. You're familiar with all these, right?
Yeah. David Sarif installed them. Took 2 years for my body to get used to everything.
Right. Well, I had to undo some of that getting used to.
What's going on, Kohler? Why do I feel different?
Something was trying to vampire the juice out of you. I couldn't figure out what until after the reboot. Turns out your Factory Zero is not the standard Factory Zero.
What am I looking at?
Experimental fucking test dogs, man. Hidden inside your body.
You're telling me I got more implants than I thought I did?
More than your body can handle. Pretty cool, right?
I'm not sure yet.
I want to show you what happens when you activate one of these suckers. See that? Major spike in your power consumption.
Where the hell did these things come from?
I can't answer that. All I know is the explosion must have woken them up. But man, you want to use these crazy fucking things? That's your right. We just gotta make sure it doesn't fry you. Now, I think I maybe got an idea on how to do that. Try shutting down one of your other implants. You know, just for fun. See that? Cooled you right down. You have the power to balance your system if you want. Just, you know, don't activate everything all at once.
What would happen if I did?
Well, you'd suffer some major glitches due to overheating. We're talking risk of permanent damage. So, you know, maybe don't do that.
All right. Reset me now, Kohler. I'll reactivate what I need myself.
Okay, so I'm not always gonna be there for you like this. I can't just follow you around to reset things and hold your neural weave together. Whatever choices you make from here on out, they're your choices.
Thought you were supposed to be my AUG expert.
I specialize in Chinese black market, okay? The shit I found hidden inside you, spliced into your system like that, looks to me like it's from Mars, man.
I'm pretty sure they're not from Mars.
I feel bad. You deserve answers I can't give you. I can help manage your system better than anyone in Prague. Help you make the most of the new AUGs we just found.
But you can't tell me where the hell they came from. As far as I know, David Sarif installed all my AUGs. There's something inside me I don't know about. He's the one I need to talk to.
I am familiar with Sarif's work. These new AUGs, they look different to me. I mean, that neodymium shell. Who uses dimorphic magnetorheological fluid like that? Seriously, if you talk to Sarif, you need to ask him that. Shit really stands out. Pretty fucking cool, actually.
You ever seen anything like this before? An AUG system that's deliberately hidden like that?
I don't know, Jensen. I mean, I heard of people getting the black market treatment before. Pass out in Prague, wake up in Shanghai. But usually they wake up with less AUGs, not more.
What exactly makes these AUGs so different from my other ones?
They look like experiments, is what? Loose wiring everywhere, man. It's like half of you is untested, unfinished, unbelievable. It's beautiful is what it is.
This tune-up went longer than I expected. Let's wrap this up.
Right. Here, take some Praxis kits for the trouble. Praxis solves everything. Keeps customers happy. Just, remember what I showed you about managing your juice. It's gonna be a balancing act for you. Well, unless...
Unless what, Kohler?
There could be a way to optimize. It's just... it would involve getting something from Otar. A neuroplasticity calibrator.
There's a way for me to use everything I have without compromise? I want to know about it.
I was hoping you'd say that. I order all my fancy tech from this illegal catalog, right? But my last shipment got intercepted by Otar Botkoveli.
The same Otar whose men were looking for books out there before?
I am not going to force you. I want you to want to do it. I want you to want to be an augmented god among men. If that sounds like something that interests you, then you should know that Otar runs an underground casino in the Chisti district. The entrance is in a small courtyard off Hlavny Street.
Thanks for the info, Kohler. Thanks for the praxis.
Jensen, it's Miller. Listen, I need your eyewitness report as soon as possible. What's your ETA?
Depends on how many cops ask to see my papers.
Fuck. Not much I can do about state police after yesterday's attack. Get in when you can. Miller out.
what? Keep us all up.
To them, I am no longer a person. I'm just an orc. And we are all responsible for that bombing.
I think you are exaggerating. That is just a theory. On both sides.
That church is sounding more and more attractive. They seem like they have answers. Maybe they will offer us sanctuary.
Don't count on the church. Let's go.
Future of the neo-human race. Church of Machine God does not claim to have all the answers, but seek and you will find, my friends. You will find the dawn of a new age.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up.
You want praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something. Yes, good choice.
I'm good for now.
That's it. Big spender.
That's fine. I'll just take it off your corpse later.
Biocells.
That's very
painkillers,
interesting.
Right over there.
I was lost like you, friend. In the face of persecution and hatred, I broke. Hating myself, but no longer.
We must hang on. Some of us remember, Builder. He gave us the means for our salvation. Do not fear now. There is always a
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. denied.
You hear that voice? Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
Adam, what's going on? I didn't expect to hear from you.
I didn't expect my doctor to find dormant augs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental augs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test dogs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
God, you've got a Titan dog? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
I've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon, but I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Seraph Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by infolink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchaea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive a year after everyone thought you were dead. Why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Seraph. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.
My God.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you last week, in which a suicide gunman ruthlessly attacked a small augmented community near Dar es Salaam. Today, I'm here to bring you a glimmer of hope. European-based construction giant, the Santa Group, has successfully
In our bodies to become our authentic modern
initiative designed to promote the creation of safe and secure housing complexes where oppressed groups can live and work, free from persecution. This international civil engineering of action group is the brainchild of Project Nathaniel Brown. Its flagship project, a literate engineered city named Revilla, is slated to be publicly unveiled as one of Brown's upcoming state property inventions. I, for one, cannot wait to see how
beginning of a new age, and like always, future time. But aim for the bright future.
Ours is the man. He'll set you up.
Oh, great. My favorite hog. You want to buy? Was that all? Come on, I can tell you have more credits.
I have everything I need.
By now, you won't have to come back.
Only all the answers you need.
Ours is the man. He'll set you up.
Do not hesitate. Do not live in fear any longer. Face the machine god doing you peace.
Area secure. Continuing cautious patrol.
Wonderful.
Friendly company. The Santa Group.
Can you wish upon a star? What? The song. It's in my head. It makes me...
Are you telling me you don't think they should all be moved there?
Všechno vidím.
He tried to pay with a credit card. He had his papers and everything. But the police still pulled him up.
Like I'm always telling you, Vano, people in old country are more genuine. They treat each other with respect. If a man has something to say, he says it to your face. Politely. That is what...
Go away, Clegg. We're closed.
Oh, he is not here to gamble, Vano. Are you?
You're Otar?
I am Mr. Botkovelli, yes. And who are you?
I'm here on behalf of a concerned third party.
Oh, you hear that, Vano? Our guest is a very private person.
I found it pays to be cautious when you don't know exactly who you're dealing with.
That is true. But sometimes it can create problems which could have been avoided had they been more forthcoming. If neither man is willing to compromise, they cannot reach a satisfactory understanding.
I would like to avoid any misunderstandings.
Good. So in this case, since you already know my name, no doubt other things about me, I think you owe me the same courtesy.
I'm with Interpol, but I'm not here to cause any trouble. Organized crime is someone else's department. I'm here to pick up the shipment you're withholding from Václav Koller.
Vano, look. The only honest policeman in Prague. Koller must want this item very much to send someone like you. But I will tell you what I told Koller. No, he cannot have the calibrator, and you can't either. Dealing with Augs is bad business. A point which some people in this organization have yet to understand.
I see. You're a man of principle. A businessman who cares for the organization he's part of. But there's more to my being here than maybe you realize. Koller is a friend, and sometimes helping out a friend in need is good business.
You see, Vano, this is what I am always talking about. Loyalty. So tell me, Mr. Friendship, how far are you willing to go to help out a friend in need?
Tell you what, you obviously have some experience in these matters. I'm happy to follow your lead.
Deferring to wisdom is not the same as taking responsibility for yourself. If you will not do that, I have no use for you. You are free to come back when we are open. Try your luck at our tables. But for now, I would like you to leave. In fact, I insist.
Mr. Botkovelli would like you to leave now. Keep moving.
lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. Reporting to you, live from Piker.
Access granted.
When an augmented passenger broke into the plane details recovered from the flight.
Access granted.
All right, Kohler. I've got your neuroplasticity calibrator.
That's great! I'm gonna pencil you in for that optimization procedure. Just as soon as I'm done with this house call.
What house call?
I got this other client, you know, doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Neither do I, Kohler. Call me when you're ready.
Around the clock, around the world. Titus News, always watching, because you are always watching. Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs exploded inside Rizika train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. Dr. leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence.
What do you mean you think he'd make a better capo? Mr. Nicolazzi, he is a great